Welcome, guys, and welcome back to the Vault. Today we have The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, released for the Nintendo 64 in 2000. This is a direct sequel to Ocarina of Time, sometimes considered divisive because of the 3-day time limit set upon the player. This game is considerably darker in tone to its predecessor, and I find it fascinating. Yeah, this is often considered like one of the darkest toned games in the Zelda series, which is really neat. This game focuses more on the NPCs' story and the many side quests that you can do for the people of Termina. I think the main complaint is that there's only 4 main dungeons, which is kind of short for a Zelda title. Also, the treasures of each dungeon in this game are kind of boring, if I'm honest, because they're all bow and arrow upgrades. Like, the first dungeon is the bow and arrow, and then you get the fire arrows, ice arrows, and then light arrows, and for each subsequent dungeon. So it's a little dull in that regard, but that's just my opinion of it. So, alright, so the story. Link has saved Hyrule from Ganondorf and become known as the Hero of Time. After telling Zelda of Ganon's schemes in the present, the king imprisons Ganondorf, and Link sets off on a new quest. His friend Navi had left him after saving Hyrule, and Link ventures into the Lost Woods to find her. However, he ends up accosted by a Skull Kid and his 2 fairies, who steal Epona in his Ocarina of Time. He ends up cursed into the form of a Deku Scrub, and finds himself in the doomed land of Termina. He'll only have 3 days to try to find the Skull Kid and get his Ocarina back, before the angry moon above comes crashing down. But yeah, I feel like this title is really a love it or hate it kind of thing. Because it also has a very weird way of saving the game. Because once you get your sword later, you can unlock owl statues that you unlock by hitting them with your sword. But you can only make temporary saves with those. In order to fully save the game, you have to have the Ocarina and the Song of Time. And that saves your progress. It sends you back in time to the first day, but it also means you lose any collectibles that you would have collected. You keep important items, like bags, bottles, stuff like that. But, like, any consumables you would have or rupees are gone. And I can understand why that would put some people off. Because every time the cycle restarts, like, the cycles always play out the same. It's just you get new tools and abilities to be able to explore the world more fully. So yes, he entered the Lost Woods to find his friend Navi. But he would not find any friendly faces here. Oof. That knocked him out. There's our boy, the Skull Kid. But yeah, another thing that really sets this game apart from like other Zelda entries, Ganondorf is not the main antagonist. We get to fight someone else for once. There's not that many Zelda games that do that. So his two fairies are called Tattle and Tail. Tattle and Tail, huh? Hey, that's my ocarina. And my horse! Yeah, you'll notice that this game reuses a lot of assets from Ocarina of Time, namely the NPCs. You'll see a lot of NPCs that look like people that you knew in Ocarina of Time, but they're actually completely different people. So he got away with our Ocarina and Epona. Gotta go get them back. I like the little fancy jumps Link does in this game now. He does like side flips, front flips. They didn't have to change that at all, but they did, just because they could. Which is fun. Alright, so down we go. Into a very strange new world known as Termina. Got rid of it? What did you do? Oh boy. Oh boy. This isn't good. turned into a Deku Scrub. Hey! Stupid fairy. Now look what you went and done. You brought this on yourself. So this is Tattle. She basically serves the same purpose that Navi did in Ocarina of Time. The only difference is that she has a lot more personality than Navi. She's also a lot more crass. And she basically kind of treats you like an idiot. She'll kind of give you tips on enemies like Navi does, but she's just like, you idiot, you don't know how to deal with this, just do such and such. I don't get it either, dude. Okay, so this is a Deku flower. As a Deku Scrub, you can burrow into it and then pop out, and then fly across gaps like this. But you can only glide for a very short period of time, so you gotta be quick and find land. So, just like Ocarina of Time, this game also got a 3D remaster for the 3DS. This one was not as good. The remaster for this game was not as good, though, unfortunately. Because, they tried to overcorrect problems for this game that weren't really even problems to begin with. Like, all the bosses in the remaster now have big, giant weak points in the form of eyeballs on, like, their back or wherever. And you have to target that in order to damage the boss in any way. It was just really unnecessary, and I don't know why they did that. Like I said, they were trying to overcorrect problems that weren't really problems to begin with. And they added, like, a fishing hole, like Ocarina of Times, which really didn't add much to the game. It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of looks like this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. So, yeah, there are a lot of dark themes and stuff in this game, some of which aren't, like, spoon-fed to you. You gotta, like, piece it together. This is one of those things. It kind of spells it out for you at the credits, though. But, yeah. There's a lot of, like, adult and dark themes in this. It can be quite a depressing game at times. But it's beautifully depressing. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Hello, happy masked salesman. A very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. You do? Oh yeah! Just get the mask back from that powerful magical being. Easy peasy. I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. Could you get it back to me within 3 days? Yeah, no problem, dude. It'll be a cinch. Dawn of the first day. 72 hours remain. So welcome to Clocktown, the central hub of Termina. But yes, this game does have a time limit of 3 game days. Okay, so we need to find the Great Fairy. But unfortunately, the Great Fairy's been shattered. Yeah, 3 days to try and do what you need to do. Otherwise... Oh, you can't even see it right now. Oh, wait, there it is. See that big, happy-looking moon there? It's gonna come crashing down into the planet and kill everyone. So, try to hustle, I guess. So that's a stray fairy. So this Great Fairy is easy enough to fix. She's only been broken into one other part. But one of the main mechanics of this game is that in each of the 4 dungeons, there's also a Great Fairy associated with it that's been broken apart. Each one, the Great Fairy has been broken into 15 stray fairies. You need to find them all and bring them back to the Great Fairy Fountain to put her back together within that cycle. Otherwise, you gotta do it all over again. Same goes for the dungeon itself. You gotta complete it within that cycle, or you start from the beginning. Hey there, Tingle. He is the very reincarnation of a fairy. At the age of 35. So Tingle will sell us maps. We'll buy one in Clocktown. Kulu Limpa! Don't steal his magic words. Yeah, I can definitely see how this game could be, like, off-putting to people. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. You could find yourself suffering quite a bit trying to figure out what to do. Hey there, Great Fairy. Okay, so she's gonna give us magic power. And in the form of a Deku Scrub, we'll be able to blow bubbles as a ranged attack. We've been granted magic power, so we can blow bubbles. And if we return to her after regaining our human form, then she'll also give us a mask. Masks play a very big part in this game. There's 24 to collect in total. You mostly get them from helping the townspeople of Termina. Yeah, that's why, like, side quests take, like, a huge part of this game. I gotta go back and destroy that balloon. Okay, then we talk to the kid who was trying to shoot it down. We need a code to join with the bombers. I am ready. So they want to play hide and seek, and we have until morning to find all 5 of them. They won't hide in any buildings or anything. And yes, you can stun them briefly by using a Deku Nut. Gotcha. 2 here. I believe another 2 in this area. There's another one who somehow found a Kuko. Oh, he hid in the box. I completely forgot he could do that. There's another one on top of the stock pot in. For the record, they can also run past the guards at each of the entrances in town. And if they do that, you have to basically reset the area, because the guard won't let you pass. As long as you're a Deku Scrub. Alright, and then the final kid is in this part of town. Also, that guy there, that's like flailing his arms around, that's the bank. You can deposit your rupees there, and when you go back in time, your rupees will be saved. He's actually part of a side quest where you need to collect 500 rupees total to get a heart piece. Fun stuff. No way. I don't want no scrubs. One, 4, 2, 5, 3. So this is a code that's randomly generated each time you start a new file. One, 4, 2, 5, 3. So now we can enter the bomber's secret hideout. But yeah, one of my favorite things to do in this game is to try and optimize the routes for each cycle like as best as possible, so that you travel back to the first day as few times as possible with the Song of Time. It's just really fun trying to plan what you're gonna do like that particular cycle and try to do it as optimally as possible. Okay, so we made it to the observatory. Hello there, sir. He's causing trouble on the clock tower. Let's take a look through the telescope. There's Skull Kid. And there's a tear falling from the moon. So we'll go collect the moon's tear. Dance until night? Sure. Because we've basically done everything that we can for this cycle, so we need to get to the last day. And doing that quickly means talking to the Scarecrow here, who will pass time by 12 hours each time you talk to him. There's also another scarecrow spot in town at one of the shops. Yes. Dance away, Scarecrow. Dance your worries away. Dawn of the final day. 24 hours remain. Okay, one last time. Okay, night of the final day. 12 hours remain. Okay, so there he goes, because it's gotten too dangerous outside. Let's get back to Clocktown. Nice, made it. Oh, that's another thing that was ruined in the 3DS remaster of this game. One of the mechanics in this is that if you do a spin into the water like you did with, like I did just there, you get a boost of speed in this game. But it doesn't work in the remaster. So hopping... there's just so many things wrong with the remaster. Zora swimming was gimped hard. It's... I could go on, but it would probably just get annoying. The gate closing shop. Okay. So he wants this Moon's Tear. Okay, and that by having that deed, we now have full access to his flower. And he takes off for parts unknown. Goodbye, business scrub. So we now have access to the clock tower, which will open up on the eve of the festival. Yes, there is a festival going on in Clock Tower, which will happen at midnight tonight. But as the days progress, the moon does get steadily closer and closer. Look how close it is now to Clocktown. And if you've never actually seen the moon crash into the world and got a game over, it's quite spectacular. It's also quite terrifying. So we just need to wait a little bit longer until the Door of Time opens. Well, I don't think it's the Door of Time, but Door of the Clock Tower opens. Alright, here we go. Midnight. And it's funny, like, the people in town, there's like this whole fight going on between like the guards and the townspeople, saying, "Oh, the moon's not gonna come down. Like, what are you worried about? Our tradition with the festival is more important, even though it steadily gets closer and closer." Alright, up we go to the top. There he is, the Skull Kid. Swamp, Mountain, Ocean, Canyon. The four who are there, bring them here. Hey! You just hit your own friend there! Oh boy, here it comes. Now, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do here to really stop this. All we can do is knock our ocarina out of his hands and take it back for ourselves. We got the Ocarina of Time back. Suddenly, memories of Princess Zelda come rushing back to you. The Song of Time. The Goddess of Time is protecting you. If you play the Song of Time, she will aid you. Oh, how wrong you are, Tattle. More time, you say? Say no more. Nice pipes. Save and return to the dawn of the first day? Yes. Get us the hell out of here. So yeah, you can see our rupees and any other consumables we have leaving us there. So it didn't take us back to our human form, but it took us back to when we very first entered Clocktown. everything has reset. So yes, that's your main way of saving the game, by playing the Song of Time to return to the first day. You can also use the Song of Double Time to fast forward by 12 hours. These are songs that you can learn from the Scarecrow, by the way. And you can play the Song of Time backwards to slow down the flow of time, which is essential for getting stuff done. Yep, we got the ocarina. Hey, where'd you get that piano? Song of Healing. And just like that, the curse has been broken that was placed on Link. And we're back to normal. Whew. This is a melody that heals evil magic and troubled spirits, turning them into masks. I'm sure it will be of assistance to you. The magic has been sealed inside the mask. When you wear it, you will transform into the shape you just were. Remove it, and you return to normal as well. Okay, our very first mask. You also get to inhabit the body of a Goron and a Zora later on. Yeah, about that dude. We didn't get it. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. If you leave my mask out there, something terrible will happen. The mask that was stolen from me is called Majora's Mask. It's an accursed item from legend that is said to have been used by an ancient tribe in its hexing rituals. It is said that an evil and wicked power is bestowed upon the one who wears that mask. Yeah, so I can see. According to legend, the troubles caused by Majora's Mask were so great. The Ancient Ones, fearing such catastrophes, sealed the mask in shadow forever, preventing its misuse. So no one really knows the true nature of the mask's power. So the imp stole it from you. And he got horrible, horrific powers from it. So there you have it. We have our quest. We have to stop the Skull Kid and get his mask back to the Happy Mask salesman before he causes the moon to crash into the world. And so there you have it. We have our objective. Yeah, just real quick. The other way you can save is by finding these owl statues and striking them with your sword. But it'll only create a temporary save. It will so when you reload the game and enter the file, then that save is deleted. So you can only fully save it with the Song of Time. So yeah, this is Majora's Mask. This has just been a quick, like, overview of it. It's one of my favorite entries in the Zelda series, just because of its dark tones, and it's just a really cool game. I love it.